Hello everyone, welcome back. We are still on marriage series, but today it's going to be a short story time. Early years of marriage story time. Actually, just let me say the first 1 year of marriage story time, because the next one story time sometime will be from the second to the 5th year of marriage. But today is the first 1 year of marriage, and it's a story of a young girl who got married at a youngish age. Her bride price was paid and then after 1 year the traditional marriage was done, and then after another 1 year church wedding was done. Well, during these years they did not live together. She did not live together with her husband, but the time they started living together was after the church wedding, when they said I do. That's when they started living together. So once they started living together, obviously there's bound to be challenges because they did not know each other. Yes, they've been meeting and chatting before, but they have not really lived under the same roof as husband and wife. So there were things for them to learn about each other. But one thing that helped this young lady a lot from the beginning was that she was herself. She did not try when she goes to visit her mother-in-law or her parents-in-law. She did not start jumping up early in the morning, start sweeping the whole compound, start doing what she, doing things that she would ordinarily not do just to please. No, there was nothing like that. She was herself from the beginning. So her mother-in-law saw her for who she was. There was no pretense, and that helped her a lot. And another thing that helped her a lot was communication. I tell you, in this series, there's going to be communication all the way. Communication helped a lot, because shortly after that church wedding, when they went back to where they are based, some relatives came shortly after to spend some time. She was not happy, but her husband called her, sat her down and said, look, don't worry. This house belongs to just me and you. Anybody that comes here is a visitor, and no matter how long they stay with us, they are going to go. So let us look after them. And remember that first impression matters a lot, and a good one lasts forever when people come to your home. When she sat her down, she now talked and said, look, this home belongs to both of them, and there's anybody that comes here is a visitor, so let us just look after them. So her wife agreed, and that helped them a lot, because some of those people now, they have benefited from their own support. So that's what it is. You don't know who will need each other in future. So when challenges like that happen, it's always good for the husband and wife to agree and look after people. It does help a lot. So another thing that helped them during their first year of marriage is prayers. They always prayed and committed everything to God in prayer. The husband was few years older than the wife, so he helped, just treated her like a junior sister, and they both worked together and they both prayed together, and he helped them in sustaining their marriage from that time to now, when they are so many years in marriage, and now they are so used to each other that they can even complete each other's sentence, because they worked at things during that first year of marriage and other years of marriage. But I'm concentrating on the first 1 year here. And during that first 1 year, 9.5 months or thereabout after their church wedding, their first child came along. And you know what it means. We are trying to even learn each other, and then the next thing, they had their first child. That's divided attention. On this occasion, sometimes men feel a little bit out of place, because the woman is the one that was pregnant and delivered and breastfeeding and all the rest of it. So most of the attention normally goes to the baby, but it's always good to balance it up. And what helped these young people was that the husband was able to communicate how he was feeling about the whole situation, and that helped his wife a lot to make adjustments and make sure that her husband was not neglected. So that was very important. See what I mean? That it's very important to communicate. Communication in relationship, in marriage, cannot be overemphasized. Because if not, the woman may not even know that she was doing anything, or that she was not giving her husband attention anymore. And that may bring a lot of some problems. But because he verbalized it, the woman was able to look into that and then make amends as much as she could. It wasn't easy for her either. It didn't just come naturally, but it had to make conscious effort to make sure that things are balanced. Very, very important. So I've talked about being yourself and not pretending from the beginning. I've talked about listening to your husband or even to your wife, and regarding about visitors or about people who come to your home. And the next thing that helped them in their first year of marriage was that the woman in particular did not listen to people outside about what, yes, they talked, she was able to communicate with people who were married before, even from her own siblings who were married before, and got some information about how to live, have a happy home. However, she did not start listening to friends or communicating with them or asking them, what do you think? This is what my husband is doing, all the rest of it. No, there was nothing like that, because they may start giving you some ideas, especially the first 1 year of marriage. It can be a challenging time and you may not understand each other and you want to find other people's opinion. She did not do this because she knew that the husband, the person she married, she can talk things through with him. And if need be, she was very much close with her mother-in-law. She can find things out from her mother-in-law and ask her how to do this, what do I do on this occasion. But there wasn't even any need for that because they were able to manage things properly. So first 1 year of marriage can be very challenging. At the same time, it can be managed provided the husband and the wife were prepared to talk and to give each other opportunity to also talk and express themselves. Very, very important. I'm going to stop this video here. So just a short story time about first 1 year of marriage. In next 2 days, I'm going to come from a different angle. And thank you so much for listening. I hope you have got 1 or 2 things from this. Thank you so much. Share the video so that others can see what we are doing. And I'll see you again very soon in my next one. Goodbye and God bless.